The blank answer above is dash.
Well picked. Retained earnings is the correct answer. Which one of the following increases the number of shares outstanding but does not increase the value of owner's equity? Good job. Your answer stock split works well here. On which one of the following dates is the determination made as to which shareholders will receive a dividend payment? Or, well done. Date of record is the right choice. In retention growth method, percent of net income firms usually pay out as shareholders. Dividend is classified as right choice. Payout ratio is the best answer.
This theory states that investors prefer dividend than capital gain because the dividend is less risky.
Correct response. Bird-in-hand theory is the most accurate answer.
Investors own shares, but don't get dividends. What profits can the owner of these shares get?
Right again. Capital gain is a valid answer.
Because of the dash, stock dividends reduce the firm's ability to pay dividends in the future. Correct. Capital impairment rule is the right answer. Which of these sources of financing have the highest priority in case of financial trouble?
Nice selection. Bonds is the correct and valid answer.
To receive the upcoming dividend, shareholders must have bought the stock before the dash. Valid point. Ex-dividend date is true. A payment to lenders for the use of their funds for a given period of time is called dash. Good thinking. Interest is the right answer. In the process of dividend payment, will weekends be counted as the days of the payment? You chose no, and it is correct. Below that is not an activity of the company to financial management decisions is dash. Sharp thinking. Production activities is the right choice. Dividend is that part of profit after tax which is dash to the dash of the company. Exactly. Distributed. Shareholders makes sense and it is right choice. If a company provides same percentage of dividend each year, it is known as dash. You're right. Fluctuating dividend is the correct answer. Which of the theories say that dividend is relevant in determining MP of share? Clear logic. Your choice both and is sound and 100% true. In Q.2, what is market price of equity share when dividend payout is 100%? Perfect. Rs 37.5 is the correct choice. Which of the below will not happen if a stock split is done by a company?
Great job. Price increase is the accurate answer.
In order to calculate weighted average cost of weights may be based on. Great thinking. Market values is the right choice. A reverse split implies that the share value after the split will dash. Smart pick. Decrease is the correct choice. In Q.2, market price of equity share is highest when dividend payout is. Nicely done. 25% is a solid answer. The following are included in dividend policy theory, except dash. You got it? Your choice Modigliani-Miller theory is right. A portion of the company's profits that is distributed is called. Excellent. Dividends is a brilliant choice.
Individual in a high tax bracket typically prefer to affirm 2. Strong choice. Retain earnings is the right answer.
Dash is a good measure of the dividend policy of the company. Solid response. Dividend payout ratio is a valid choice.
This one is not mechanics of cash dividend payments, is dash. On track. Stock split is the correct answer. In case of partially debt-financed firm, WACC is less than. Well reasoned. RD is the correct choice. Dash dividend promises to pay shareholders at future date. Nice work. You chose script and it is correct. Dividend constitutes the cash flow that accrues to dash. Excellent choice. Equity holder is the right answer. The relevance theory of dividend was supported by smart move. Myron Gordon is an accurate answer. In Q.2, what is net profit for equity shareholders? Bravo, 18 lakhs is the answer. In Q.1 of test paper, what is MP of share in? Correct response. 240 is the most accurate answer. Which of the following are sources of dividends? Great job. All of the above is the accurate answer. What is the value of the dividend payout ratio? Excellent choice. 39% is the right answer. Dividend can be distributed in which all forms. Nice work. You chose both and it is correct. Firm's cost of capital is the average cost of. You got it. Your choice share capital equity is right. In Q.1, MEMP is highest when dividend payout is on track. Nil is the correct answer. Which is not the type of dividend payment? Nicely done. Share split is a solid answer. Dividend policy of a firm is governed by. Exactly. And makes sense, and it is right choice. The purpose of a stock split is to dash. Sharp thinking. Decrease share price is the right choice. In Walter Model formula, D stands for smart move. Dividend per share is an accurate answer. In Q.2, what is earning per share? Great thinking. R6 is the right choice. Dividends are paid out of. Strong choice. Profit after tax is the right answer. Dividends are payable. Smart pick. Yearly is the correct choice. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. You chose contact Narayan Changder, and it is correct.